It's all pretty amazing at the minute because my feet haven't touched the ground in about 2 months, so I'm just rolling with it. It's all amazing.
My dear mother left me when I was quite young, when I was quite young.
Jack Broadbent is one of the most exciting modern-day bluesmen of our time. This musician is a master of the unique style of slide guitar. This talented artist started his career in busking, and with his busking videos receiving millions of views online, Jack Broadbent saw his fan base grow and his career begin.
Portrait's my new album, and well, I recorded both these two albums in a very similar way. I do a lot of travelling, and I've got this little device that I take on the road with me for recording on, and I've just got this passion for trying to capture real life in the moment rather than going to a studio and trying to recreate something that's already happened once before. I try and capture it as it happens, you know, material. Yeah, I've got nobody telling me what I can and can't put on, which I think sometimes makes me more ambitious with putting stuff on that's people can see what kind of music I like to play at my gigs all the time, but I think for me, recording an album gives you an opportunity to give a little insight a little bit deeper into what you like to play.
Where I can be whatever I need and cure my world.
No, I'd rather take all the flack if something goes wrong. You know, it's my decision in that regards, and that way, you know, I can never blame a record company for a bad album on my part. You know, I couldn't have not done what I've done because it was just too enticing. You know, yeah, too appealing. But so he used to take me out playing loads when I was younger, and then by the time I was sort of 22 and I moved to London and I needed a job to live in London, I decided to do busking instead of working in a bar or something. And so it snowballed from there, really.
One day I'm gonna get off this crazy rock we're living on, crazy rock we're living on, this crazy rock we're coming.
This is the beauty of having musical parents, is that they, you know, they've supported me the whole way through.
That's amazing.
There's not been a point where they've said, you know, got to join the real world, because it is our real world, you know.
My dear mother left me when I was quite young, when I was quite young. So my dear mother left me when I was quite young.
Busking's been one of the things that's given me a really good perspective, because actually there's no difference playing on the street and playing in a venue if you play with the same amount of feeling, and you know, that's what I like about it. You basically start playing outside and it suddenly turns into a gig, you know. I haven't done any busking in a while now because I've been gigging loads, but I miss it. You know?
So terrifying, the man on the road again. I'm so terrifying, the man on the road again. I ain't got nobody just to call my special friend. I ain't got nobody just to call my...
In France, in tours, opening for Johnny Hallyday. And it was the first big gig that I've done with my father, and it was a very special family moment for us, you know.
Now I still hear your voice in my head. Now I still hear.
I've been messing about with it for a little while, and realised that I had a bit of a passion for picking up inanimate objects and using those instead of a slide. And I felt like the bigger the better, because it meant that it puts it more into a wrist action rather than just in your fingers like this. So when I found the hip flask thing, which came out of a night in a pub in South London, that was just the perfect tool because you can really dig into your guitar with it, and so that's how that came about. You know.
Do you use the same hit blast each time?
Yeah, I do. Yeah.
Is it a trusty one? Has it got a sentimental story?
It's got, yeah, I got it from my cousin for playing at a wedding, and my dad got one too. And I've used it for 5 years now, so all down the side of it, down the edge of it, from where I've hit the strings quite hard with it, it's you know, it's scratched it all up quite a bit. So now I only have to touch the strings and it starts making a noise. So it's a very special one to me. If I could tell you how many times I've lost that thing and got it back. Oh, just on stage, I'll walk off stage, I'll leave it. People have stolen it off the stage, I've managed to get it back, I've lost that.
So I break right down in the road, then I'm making my way back home.
It's all pretty amazing at the minute because my feet haven't touched the ground in about 2 months, so I'm just rolling with it. It's all amazing. You know, have to be sentimental. Playing with my dad the other night, that was pretty special, you know. When you start combining your music and your, you know, sentimental things for you, you know. Like for me, going to America was a big deal because I'd never been there before. So to go and play with Lynyrd Skynyrd is just, that was just completely mind-blowing, you know.
Don't be lonesome, don't be lonely with me. Don't be lonesome, don't be lonely with me.
Yeah, well, I think I'll probably begin as soon as I get back to the States. So yeah, you can expect one by the end of the year.